kvalnews Sports from the Three Rivers Casino Sports Desk.
Over the last couple decades, Oregon and USC has practically shared the honor of being the face of the Pac-12. Every time the programs have met on the gridiron, it's been treated like a heavyweight fight. And despite what their record might be, this next matchup between the Ducks and the Trojans should be treated the same. The last time the two teams faced each other was in the 2020 Pac-12 championship game, which Oregon won 31-24. Neither of the starters for Saturday's game was on their current team, but this isn't the first time the Ducks have faced Caleb Williams. The Oklahoma transfer torched Oregon's defense with the Sooners back in the 2021 Alamo Bowl, throwing for 242 yards and 3 touchdowns. So forget what you think about the Trojans' defense. This will be a tough game with the reigning Heisman Trophy winner at quarterback.
They have a quarterback that can make the plays, and they've got really a lot of talent around them. You know, they probably don't get enough credit for the run game. The running back's really good. Does a really good job. Their O-line's one of the better O-lines we've seen. So just overall, offensively, they're very efficient.
They have a lot of elite players. They have really good skill players, you know, from the receivers, the slots, the outsides, the running backs. And then, you know, they got the quarterback that's leading it, and they have a lot of elite players, a lot of great players. Then we got to account for all that. So, like I said, they're really explosive offense, and we got to make sure you look out for them.
The Ducks host USC Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. On the other end of the spectrum in the conference has been a number of young quarterbacks, and so far for Oregon State has benefited from these matchups, applying pressure from their defensive front seven and forcing turnovers in the secondary. The Beavers have come up with interceptions against the likes of Utah, Cal, and UCLA, and this weekend they hope to add Stanford to that list.
Defense is successful when you have all 11 guys doing their job. We talk about all the time being on fire for our work. You know, you can't be good in the back end if you're not good up front. And I'm a firm believer that, any success that we have in the back end is related to what everybody else is doing in front of us.
It's a beauty of just wreaking havoc in the backfield and getting pressure on these pretty much premier quarterbacks in this league and everything. You know, we got a real home stretch of more quarterbacks to face, and, you know, looking forward to putting more pressure on them as well.
OSU take on the Cardinal in Reser Stadium Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Meanwhile, though, in Matthew Knight Arena, Oregon women taking on the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff right now. Oregon's up 17-4 in the second quarter, but they did drop some bad news before the game. Peyton Scott, the guard transfer from Miami of Ohio, did suffer a season-ending injury in that first game, so they will be without her, but not affecting them right now, but I'm sure in the long term they're going to miss out on someone who they thought was going to be a leader on the court and off of it.
All right. Thanks so much, Ronald.